What's good, everybody? It is Dracula. This video is going to be a bit of a different video than what I'm used to. Many of you may not know, I play Magic the Gathering, and I do collect Magic the Gathering cards as well. And today's one of those days that a lot of collectors would hope for. And now what I mean by that is I've seen YouTube videos and shorts about people who go out into the world and stumble upon these really rare cards. And I always think, man, that's staged. Like, when does that ever happen? Like, how often does that actually occur? And today I got to experience that in the wild. In the wild, I mean at the local shop. I went to a local shop in search of cards. There were these boxes of singles that they had for sale. I purchased 2 storage boxes full of singles of vintage Magic singles. Now, for those of you who don't play Magic or don't know anything about Magic, vintage cards at least the cards that I'm going to be talking about. Vintage Magic cards are harder to come by because they don't get reprinted. They have a reserved list where they have a legal binding that they cannot reprint these cards, which makes them incredibly valuable and scarce. I'm not going too deep into that. So here is what I purchased today. Just top loaders full of cards. Top loaders full of cards. And in these top loaders, I now own cards that I never thought I would have the chance to own as a more modern day Magic the Gathering player. The reason being is that this stack of cards is from Magic's second set, being Beta, which comes after Alpha, which is the first set. So I'm going to go ahead and go through these cards. I will say I don't know that much about the history of these cards as I'm still relatively new. I just know that they are vintage. So I have first the artifacts. I just want to document this day because it is something I never thought I'd get the chance to experience. I will say the dopamine that I had gotten from these 2 boxes of cards was definitely off the chart. I just couldn't believe it. It's more about getting the chance to own, I guess, historic cards for me, and being a collector, of course. I just love the way all the Magic cards look. Similar to how I have a deep appreciation for very old Yu-Gi-Oh cards as well. So that's for the beta portion. Again, I wish I could comment a bit more about these cards, as I don't know that much of their history and in terms of their playability in the Eternal formats. So in this pile of cards, I got cards from the sets Arabian Nights, which is 1993, Legends 1994, and the Dark, which is August of 1994. So this symbol right here, see it, is from Legends. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through these again. Don't know too much about the history of the sets in terms of how they affected the meta of the game. Just more of, these are vintage Magic cards. So I got them ordered by color. So we got Arabian Nights here. As far as I'm aware, Arabian Nights is part of the reserve list. I just love the art style of the old cards. The retro. I had just purchased one of these 2, so finding it in the wild was even more interesting. I think this card It looks absolutely crazy for the artwork that is printed on it. Oh, also this is from the dark. You can tell because the crescent moon on the bottom right. And it also says the date right there, got 1994. Arabian Nights does not have a date on it. Legends does, so easily tell. Bottom right. This time elemental. I'm still a bit in awe, but I can't believe it. Love this card. Love the artwork. I already have one of these in my collection. Oops. Love this card. One that's already in my collection as well. It's hard to see the moon on this one, but this is from the dark. It's so hard to see. I'm not going to try attempt to show that. This is from Antiquities, which is 1993. You can tell by the anvil on the bottom right. Now this card I have played before in old school. Again, it's weird talking about old school because I'm still relatively new, so I don't have much to say or comment on the format. Just that I've played it and it's fun, and it's reminiscent of very early Yu-Gi-Oh to me because the gameplay is so straightforward. It's just deal damage and try to just beat down as fast as possible. Got some more from Legends here. Bendelhaven. Now this card has seen a reprint. Again, not everything stays on the reserve list. I think they had a time where they took stuff on and off. That's why we have some cards that do get reprinted. Yeah, but I'm not a Magic historian. I'm more of a Magic appreciator. Got the Jeweled Bird. Knowledge Vault. You know what I like a lot more than knowledge? It's magic. This is a nice tool area. Really like the art style. I also just purchased one of these from my collection. So again, finding the cards in the wild just makes it, I think that's the thrill of it for collectors and people who play collectible card games, is when you find things in the wild is it's kind of what you want. It's kind of what you hope. You get the hit, the rush. Now, I most certainly felt the rush when I had found these. Another one that I've seen, old school, the Ivory Tower. But this next stack, when I seen some of these cards, I could not believe. I couldn't believe it. So over the last few weeks, I've been doing a bit of my own research and just looking at older sets of Magic, as I don't own much cards from those older sets, again, as they are more expensive and harder to get my hands on. However, today at the card shop, that changed. We got here Thunder Spirit from Legends. Hazezon Tamar. So from Legends, I think if I remember correctly, this set is the first time they introduced Summon Legends, which would go on to become legendary creatures for Commander. Again, not a Magic historian, but that's what I recall. We got a Gwen. again, I was doing my own research on this specific set as well, just looking at the cards and looking at the arts and thinking, oh, those would be cool to own. Now I found one land equilibrium, not just one though, but 2 land equilibriums. Now this is from Arabian Nights. This City in a Bottle. I still can't believe it. I can't believe I'm making this video. Now this card is a banned Magic card for depicting racism. There's a few cards on that list, this being one of them. There you have it. It felt like a bit of a doozy to record this one. Again, I apologize for my lack of knowledge, but that is pretty much my haul from the 2 bulk boxes that I purchased over the past weekend. I'm extremely grateful for these things. These something collectors really dream of, I would say. Sounds super cliche, but I do love the game and I appreciate the cards a lot and the history behind them, because they're older than me, but that's aside the point. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment for the algorithm, hit sub if you join my content, and that's pretty much all I got. I'll see you guys in the next video.